Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show, sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga. Check us out on all of our platforms. Well, Henry Kissinger, may he rest in peace. You know what? I was relative to Henry Kissinger. Didn't like him in recent years. However, Henry Kissinger, at least, when you look at how terrible, compare Henry Kissinger to Blinken. Henry Kissinger is part of the old times when America did things right. May he rest in peace. Elon Musk says F you to Disney. F you if you don't want to advertise. Good for him. By the way, I will always admire Daryl Parks when he was taking care of things over at 700 WLW Radio. He never let sponsors and advertisers control what the talk show host said. Of course, that changed. You know what? Iger is an odious, lily-livered drudge. Good for you, Elon Musk. Over 70 attacks on U.S. military establishments, and we haven't done squat. It's unfreaking believable. Hunter, according to a bank watchdog, China in 2018, they were questioning the money coming to Hunter Biden. Amen. Rhode Island, case trying to keep Trump off the ballot. Off. Seth Rich laptop's got to be turned over. Let's see what's on it. And Charlie Munger died. You know what? Any teacher, career teacher, policeman, coach, worker lived a better life than this curmudgeon. Can't stand Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. Life is not all about money. In their little egocentricities, like, he took advantage of things that were eligible for adult people. You know, good old Warren Buffett going down to Dairy Queen and McDonald's or Wendy's and all that crap. But then screwing over Durrani victims. Folks, people who love money over everything else will burn in hell. At least my hell. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Local News. We're sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga. Check us out on all of our platforms. Well, P.G. Sittenfeld doesn't have to report to jail until January as the court considers letting him out pending his appeal. I say P.G. belongs in freaking jail. He's a corrupt politician. Stolen cars in Cincinnati last year, 3,400. Up 149%. You know who's at fault with this? It's not the prosecutor's office. It's the city of Cincinnati. If people in Hamilton County and Cincinnati don't realize it is the liberal woke policies of the city is the crime problem. Darby Bodie, the judge recused himself. So it threw the criminal trial in a disarray. Got to wait for another judge. And local news. Classes yesterday were not held in the morning because electricity was out at NKU. Back on. Joe Myers announced that he will no longer run for re-election as mayor of City of Covington. Said it was his greatest job ever. And Kentucky news. The VA down in Lexington taking Bibles out of the VA, putting in blank books. Unbelievable. The Jefferson County Public Schools are wimps. They're no longer going to have snow delays. They're just going to be off automatically. They found a body in a burnt-up minivan in Wayne County. Who is it? Mac Brown, the big, fat, lard-ass, Mitch McConnell-loving dude from Kentucky, has stepped down as the Kentucky GOP chair. Elizabeth Stroden was appointed to the Louisville Metro Housing Authority by Mayor Greenberg. State Farm having to pay $1.35 million on a settlement with the Kentucky Attorney General's office, Daniel Cameron. And Ohio news. You can't make this one up, folks. A lawyer pooped in a can of Pringles. Pretty good selective pinching one off, right? Wow. And then he threw the poop at a lawyer. Creative. He has been suspended.
Why?
You know what? The real question is, what did the other lawyer do to him? It was creative. A Pringle would be a good poop throwing obstacle. You know? Artifact. I never did anything like this, folks.
He'll get his license back, too.
Although I am going to take a dump one day on Phil Tolliver's grave. Hey, Phil, this is hysterical. I got a friend, a nurse. Phil, not a nurse, in medical field. Phil was hitting on her in front of her kids at Silver Lake. Phil, this person said, do you know an old lawyer named Phil? I said, oh my God, yes. He goes, well, he was hitting on me. He's an old freaking senile old fart. Should give Sabrina the picture to put up. Sabrina, why don't you put the picture up? I sent it to you. Put the picture up, Phil, as part of this segment. All right, Lachlan schools also closed due to electricity today. All right, spousal rape. Well, I can't make this up. Ohio legislators have lost their mind on abortion and everything else. They're going to remove spousal rape from a bill. So you can rape your spouse. Nuts. Steubenville, Ohio, unemployment, can't make this up, 25%. A very depressed town. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.
Hello again. You're watching Eric Dieter's World News, the latest headlines with Jamie Spinley. Hamas and Israel have agreed to extend a temporary ceasefire for another day, with Qatar outlining its terms. A third person has died following an attack at a bus stop in Jerusalem this morning, and 16 more injured. One person has been killed and 10 are wounded, and 5 appear to be trapped under rubble following overnight Russian missile attacks in the eastern Donetsk region in Ukraine. A fire at a youth hostel has killed 13 people in Almaty, the largest city in Kazakhstan. Authorities in the Central Asian county launched an investigation into the cause of the fire and have set up a specials commission. What do we know so far? The deaths were due to carbon monoxide poisoning, with most of the victims likely suffocating in the basement. And heavy winds and snow have hit parts of New York, Pennsylvania, and Ohio, spawning travel chaos across the Northeast, leaving behind a winter wonderland. Until tomorrow, thanks for watching Eric Dieter's World News. Cheerio.
Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jerry and Bulldog Nation, welcome to Sports Without Boundaries. Well, the Reds are focusing in the right direction. What is that? Pitching. They signed from the Minnesota Twins, who had a hell of a year this year, Emilio Pagan to a 2-year deal. Smart, not too long. The Reds are doing it right. They're going to keep their young starting 8 players, and they're going to focus on pitching, and they're going to win. All right. Kurt Herbstreit says, just put in the best 4 players. Amen. Yeah. Is that Kurt Herbstreit? That doesn't look like Kurt Herbstreit.
Yeah, that's him.
That's wild. Doesn't look like him. Bottom line is, that's what they need to do. I wouldn't even care if a team had 2 losses. Put in the 4 best team. And folks, there is no way in hell that these other conferences can compete with Georgia and Bama right now. Ain't no way. Whoever, if Alabama loses to Georgia, fine, keep them out. But if Alabama beats Georgia, they both should be in, period. NKU beat Robert Morris 77-59. Matt Biazaga, a defender of FC Cincinnati's been suspended. Won't be playing the next game. UK ball handling metric, or some kind of a metric, they're number 1 in the country.
I didn't even know that existed.
How you like that? Arkansas 80, Duke 75. Why do we tell you that? We always report when Duke loses. Mavericks might be going to Vegas after the sale.
Wow.
I thought Dallas Mavericks had a decent market there. Dallas is a big market, but everybody wants to go to Vegas. Yep. Michael Jordan's NASCAR racing team has a new logo, 23XY. Wonder how much they paid for that. Angel Reese, LSU superstar, is going to play in the next game. Obviously, there was something they took care of in-house. Eric and Nikki Spoelstra, this is the Miami Heat basketball coach, are getting divorced. Sad. Josh Giddey, apparently the little girl and her family ain't cooperating with the cops. Good for you, Josh. Hugh Jackson, Grambling coach, fired. Poor Hugh gets fired everywhere he goes. And then we got an add-on here. The Reds are signing Nick Martinez to a 2-year, $26 million contract. He was at San Diego. Go Reds. I'm buying season tickets. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, American German Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Dieter's Pop Culture. Sad story to start off with. Shannon Doherty says her cancer has hit the bones, and she doesn't want to die. That's sad because it's not looking good. Once it hits the bone, it's very sad. William, according to this Endgame book, apparently admitted some lines were crossed with Rose Hanbury. But what does that mean? Improper texting, had some desire, but he hung with Kate. Folks, let me talk straight to you. Anybody is in any relationship, including marriage, you're going to have temptations. You're going to hit rough patches. What matters is does the couple work through it? I love William and Kate. Don't you, Jamie?
Absolutely.
And I got the hots for Kate.
So do I.
I mean, she's probably tempted to, but she doesn't. She probably looks at me and says, he's an American. He doesn't have any hair, just like William. But unlike William, he shaves it all off. He's a handsome bloke, but she's going to not cheat on William with me.
I think she would prefer me instead of you, Bulldog.
Why? Because of the accent?
My looks.
Oh, my God. AC/DC's going on a global world tour. We got to figure out where they're going, Jamie. You like AC/DC?
Yes, I do.
Let's go to AC/DC concert. My wife doesn't, so we got to go. All right, this is creepy, all right? Richard Dawson, the former Family Feud host, apparently everybody that was on the show had to be tested for herpes because he kissed them. By the way, you could never do what Richard Dawson did back in the day, kissing all the contestants today. But let me tell you something. Even back in the day, Josh Wentz, it was creepy. He would kiss these freaking female contestants, and it made me uncomfortable even back in the day.
It was like a big thing.
Yeah, but it was a big thing, but it was a little creepy. Yeah. At least it was to me. Yeah. Richard Dawson, what a perv. Think of all the beautiful women, though, he kissed. All right, Piers Morgan, name the names of the 2 British royals that the Dutch book translated. And this is going to blow you away. The 2 that Meghan took a shot at, King Charles and Kate. And you know what? Piers Morgan, at the same time he announced it, that those were the 2 that they were saying, says BS. Never happened. 2 things. He says, I'm sure it never happened at all. But the other issue was it an honest statement? Not a racist statement. Not a racist statement, a matter-of-fact statement. If you are black and you're white, by the way, this cracks me up. My cousin's daughter is married to a black guy. This is hysterical. It's funnier than hell. One of their kids is black and white mix. The other one is white as snow. So, it's an honest question. It's not a racist question. But I tell you right now, that is the death knell to Harry and Meghan with the royal family. I mean, you call your dad and your sister-in-law racist? See ya. Alec Baldwin settled a defamation case where he blasted a Marine about January 6th. I wonder if Alec Baldwin has a special litigation fund set up. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.